Good evening and welcome to our alternative audio coverage of Sheffield Wednesday against Peterborough United in the League One playoff semi-final second leg. I'm your alternative commentator, Nicholas Jones, and you are listening to the Commentary Hub. Sheffield Wednesday have a mountain to climb. They lost 4-0 to Peterborough in the first leg, and it's fair to say they received a drubbing at the hands of Posh. What tactics and strategy will Darren Moore come up with tonight? This will be interesting to see as we go ahead tonight. As for Peterborough, they only need to maintain their aggregate goal lead, and they will reach the final at Wembley to go for the chance to bounce back to the Championship immediately after being relegated last season. We're not going to go through the playoff. We're not going to go through the teams. Starting with Sheffield Wednesday, in goal is number 25 Cameron Dawson, number 33 Reece James, number 20 Michael Ehikwe, number 6, Dominic Iorfa. Number 18, Marvin Johnson. Number 10, the captain, Barry Bannon. Number 13, Callum Patterson. Number 2, Liam Palmer. Number 24, Michael Smith. Number 11, Josh Windass. And number 9, Lee Gregory. For Peterborough, in goal is number 1, Will Norris. Number 23, Joe Ward. Number 6, Frankie Kent. Number 4, Ronnie Edwards. Number 16, Harrison Burrows. Number 22, Hector Cipriano. Number 18, Oliver Norburn. Number 11, Kwame Poku. Number 8, Jack Taylor. Number 10, Ephron Mason-Clark. And number 10, Johnson Clark-Harris. Johnson Clark-Harris is the captain of Peterborough, and he was one of the scorers in. And he was one of the scorers in the 4-0 victory on the first leg. Other goal scorers include Jack Taylor and Joe Ward. So Darren Moore has made a few changes. Reece James comes in, and Reece James takes the place of Aidan Flint, who is put on the bench. And also on the bench tonight is Will Vaults. We're going to go through the rest of the substitutes now, starting with Sheffield Wednesday. The reserve goalkeeper, number 31, David Stockdale. As I already mentioned, number 44, Aidan Flint, and 4, Will Vaults. Number 19, Tyreek Backinson. Number 32, Jack Hunt. Number 3, Jaden Brown. And number 8, Dennis Adeniran. As for Peterborough, the reserve goalkeeper, number 28, Will Blackmore. Number 5, Josh Knight. Number 12, Nathan Thompson. Number 3, Dan Butler. Number 24, Ben Thompson. Number 39, Kabongo Chimanga. And number 17, Ricky Jade Jones. Ricky Jade Jones was keen to extend the lead for Peterborough, but was denied. But his spectacular shot was denied by Cameron Dawson. The Owls will need to win by 5 or more goals in order to go to Wembley, or else Peterborough will go through whatever happens. Should the match be equal, should the aggregate score be level after 90 minutes, it will go to extra time, And if that doesn't work, then a final penalty shootout will decide who goes to Wembley. And the winning side will face either Barnsley or Bolton Wanderers, whose second leg match is on Friday. Remember, Bolton and Barnsley were level at. Remember, Bolton and Barnsley's first leg match was a 1-1 draw. And it's fair to Darren Ferguson has Darren Ferguson made the right call to keep the same players? Let me know your opinions in the comments. I personally see it as an interesting move. It could be worth it. But sometimes you know what they say: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So this could be a likely tactic for. So this could be a well judged move for Posh. Wednesday need to count on the likes of Michael Smith and Lee Gregory to score. Also, do not discount Callum Patterson and Josh Windass. Wednesday will be looking to throw everything but the kitchen sink at Peterborough, and the game is now some 8 minutes away. Coming up this weekend on the commentary hub. It is coming up this weekend on the commentary hub. Nottingham Forest again. It is Nottingham Forest against Arsenal on Saturday at 5:30. Join JB Stuttard and Russ Vernon. And on Sunday it is Manchester City against Chelsea. Can the citizens win Will the citizens win the Premier League title this weekend? Join Paul James alongside Russ for that one at 4:00 on Sunday. The Saturday game is a Saturday match between Nottingham Forest and against Arsenal is at 5:30. So the fans now beginning to fill the seats inside Hillsborough, and now's a quick time to go through our match officials, starting with our referee is County Durham's David Webb. He has refereed 40 matches and has handed out 112 yellows, 3 second yellows, 6 straight reds, and has given 8 penalties. Assistant referees are Mark Stevens and Nigel Lugg. The fourth official is Jeff Eltringham, and the reserve assistant referee is Andrew Fox. Peterborough. Another fact that could play to Peterborough's advantage. Their last 3 matches have all been clean sheets. So this could well work in their favour as we near kickoff. The majority of the fans are Sheffield Wednesday, although I see a handful of Peterborough United supporters in there as well, and a bit of balloon tossing going on inside the stands. I've actually seen a few of those balloons go onto the pitch. I think I saw a couple go on in the last go down in the first leg match. But so as far as I know, that did not impair, and as far as I know, that did not impede. As far as I know, that did not slow any action down on the pitch. Believe says the banner. Believe says the banner for Sheffield Wednesday have to believe they can. Sheffield Wednesday have to believe that they can push themselves forward. They have, and the most in the English, and they have scored 15 within the first 15 minutes. But will that be enough? Barry Bannon gets ready to lead his side. Barry Bannon gets ready to lead the team out of the tunnel, and very soon we shall see the Peterborough United counterparts. What must be going through Barry Bannon's mind, and also through Cameron Dawson. He cannot afford to make any more slip ups like he did on Friday. The Peterborough United players making their way towards the end of the tunnel to take their places, and there is the captain, Johnson Clark Harris, one of the top scorers in League 1. Everybody takes their positions. We wait for everyone to come out. Peterborough United are wearing their black away strip. Sheffield Wednesday wearing their home blue and white stripes. So any second now, and the players make their way out of the tunnel and on to the pitch. Following up behind is bringing up the rear is Michael Smith. The referees are wearing the match officials are wearing all fluorescent yellow, and the Sheffield Wednesday fans greet the Owls as they make their way onto the pitch, and I'm sure the Peterborough fans are doing the same, and the Peterborough fans are doing the same for Posh. An overcast, cloudy evening at Peterborough, though it should not impair anyone's vision. The last of the Peterborough players now taking their place. Take their place on the centre of the pitch. Now we can go through the team formation, starting with Sheffield Wednesday. Dawson in goal. The back three, Iorfa, Ihikwe and Palmer are in the back three, with Patterson, James, Bannon and Johnson in midfield. Josh Windass is the centre forward, and he flanks Gregory and Smith. As for Peterborough, their lineup is slightly different, with Norris in goal. Ward, Kent, Edwards and Burrows are the back four. Cipriano and Norburn flank the forward three of Poku, Taylor and Mason Clark. Clark Harris is the lone striker. The Sheffield Wednesday players now giving the high fives and wishing everyone good luck. Michael Ihikwe has created 2 chances and joints for high shots in the first leg. Sadly, those came to nothing. But will it be a different story for him and the Owls tonight? Michael Ihikwe was one of the players to promote Rotherham United to the Championship last season, and Jack Taylor has scored in both home games against Sheffield Wednesday this season for Peterborough. Jack Taylor was also one of the scorers in the first leg, and Darren Moore leading the fans in the chanting before he takes his place on the touchline. The fans are warming themselves up. The fans are warming themselves up. They appear to be in good voice, and Darren Moore finishes encouraging them in the chanting. In fact, he's actually starting up again, and any second now he will surely take his place on the touchline. Darren Moore wearing a black pullover, and the Sheffield Wednesday fans now Sheffield Wednesday players. Sorry, now talking tactics and what strategies they are going to use. Like I said earlier, they will have to throw everything at them. And also stepping out onto the pitch wearing a black hoodie with the club crest on it is Darren Ferguson. And Peterborough United also in a similar huddle to Sheffield Wednesday. Jonson Clarke-Harris breaks up the team, and they get ready to take their place. It'll be Peterborough United to kick us off. 90 minutes stand between Posh and Wembley. For Sheffield Wednesday, it's they have a mountain to climb. Who will be going to Wembley? The referee gets ready to blow the whistle. He checks to make sure that everyone is in the correct position. Everything is okay, and away we go then at Hillsborough for this crucial second leg match between Sheffield Wednesday and Peterborough, and that looked like an early attack by Peterborough. Jack Taylor had the ball, but I think it was deflected away by midfielder by somebody from Wednesday towards Dawson. Sheffield Wednesday going for an attack of their own, but deflected away by Harrison Burrows. Throw into Wednesday. And it will be Callum Patterson to take the throw, which he does. He throws, but the ball's headed away by Peterborough. Caught again by Wednesday. I think that was Patterson who had it, but stolen by Peterborough. Wednesday still looking for it. It's Patterson with the ball, or was that Bannon? I think it was Bannon, and the ball was almost caught by Oliver Norburn, but he was pushed down by Reece James. I think that was. It was Ephron Mason Clark who was pushed down, but he appeared, but he is all right. Still early days, and as I mentioned in the first leg, Darren Moore has promoted Peterborough 4 times, and Peterborough looking for a chance, but the ball is snaffled by Cameron Dawson. That was Kwame Poku who looked like he was going for the ball. Dawson clears the ball out of goal, headed by Wednesday towards Peterborough, and given away to Harrison Burrows, who passes to Will Norris. Norris clears the ball out of his goal, but is stolen by Peterborough. And remember, Sheffield Wednesday have scored 18, I should say, the most in the English league this season. That is the most number of goals scored in the first 15 minutes. So these first 15 minutes will be vital for the Owls. And it's Reece James crossing. Reece James was trying to send the ball forward to Lee Gregory by the looks of it. But it's no avail, and it goes over the line. We're also live on the Commentary Hub 2, JB Sports, Storm FM, and Twitch. Throw-in to Peterborough to be taken by Harrison Burrows. He throws to I think that was Mason Clark. Mason Clark now to Harrison Burrows. Burrows trying to cross forward to Mason Clark, or was that John? Yes, it was Mason Clark. Dawson quick to catch the ball. Just over nearly 3.5 minutes have been played. It's difficult to see which side is the most likely to score at the present moment. Both sides have had equally good opportunities, and the ball has gone out of play again. I think that was deflected out by Frankie Kent. And Josh Windass having a bit of a word with the referee. I think Windass was one of the substitute players for. In the last match, but the ball has now been cleared out of goal by Will Norris. Taken away by Peterborough. It's Kwame Poker going for the ball, shoves Reece James in the back. James protests, but the referee is allowing play to go on. In fact, but the ball has gone over the line anyway. Just as I say that, and it will be a throw in, and it will be a throw in to Wednesday. Moore is liking what he's seeing right now. His side have to force Peterborough into making a mistake, and that way Wednesday can take the lead. Remember, they need to score 5 or more goals if they are to reach the Wembley final. Barry Bannon goes for a cross into the 18-yard box, but the ball is taken away by Wednesday. Look, a player went down, couldn't see who it was. It's Mason Clark with the ball for Peterborough, but he was fouled by Palmer. A nice tackle by Liam Palmer, and I think the referee is going to have, and I think the referee is going to have a few words with one of them. It might have been Palmer. Palmer was the man who fouled Ephron Mason Clark, and he is given a yellow card. Free kick to Peterborough. We're just over. Free kick to Peterborough. We're about 5 3/4 minutes in. Still Wednesday 0, Peterborough 0. Peterborough lead 4-0 on aggregate. The ball now being played towards Johnson Clark Harris, but headed away by Sheffield Wednesday. Now it's with Burrows. Burrows passes to Mason Clark. Mason Clark now with the ball, but it goes over the line. It's another throw to Peterborough. I think that might have been Patterson who deflected the ball away. Nice throw by Burrows. Burrows for Peterborough. He manages to pass to Jack Taylor. It's Taylor trying to play the ball up front, but he was cut out by Wednesday. Now it's Taylor again. Taylor has to hold off Windass. He passes to Kipriano. Kipriano down to I think that's Frankie Kent now. Norris sends the ball out of goal, but it's tackled by Wednesday. Wednesday going for a shot, and that was by Callum Patterson, but not to be. And to me that curling effort looked like the closest anyone came to scoring. 7 minutes have gone. Wednesday 0, Peterborough 0, but Posh lead 4-0 on aggregates. Patterson for Wednesday does a long range cross, I should say, to Michael Smith. Now it's back towards Bannon. Bannon to, I couldn't see who it is, but anyway, he's been fouled just inside the 18-yard box. Is it a penalty to Wednesday? I think it is. And we're going to take another look at that again. Bannon passes to I think that was it was Marvin Johnson, and Johnson has gone down. Penalty to Sheffield Wednesday. I think yes, indeed. I'm just getting confirmation that it is a penalty, and it'll be Michael Smith who will take the penalty, and it will be Michael Smith who will take the ball from the spots. Will Norris stands behind goal. Smith kicks the ball forward, and Wednesday have taken the lead. Nicely put penalty by Michael Smith, and that has pegged back the average that's put back the aggregate deficits. Lovely taken shot by Smith, Norris couldn't react in time, and Darren Moore is elated. But for how much longer? Ryan F.com says, I feel like Peterborough will sit back and defend if ahead by 2 goals after the 65th minute, which will really make the last 25 minutes hard for Sheffield Wednesday to break down. Well, we will see what happens. We are still a long way from that yet. And Darren Ferguson has to hope. And Darren Ferguson knows that he has to. And Darren Ferguson knows that he has to keep it. That his side have to stay in front for as long as they can. They can't get too complacent. And the ball is loose. That looked to me as though it was Kwame Poku going for the ball, but it goes over. But it's over the line anyway for a Wednesday throw. Reece James to take the throw. He was a substitute in the first leg. James runs and throws, but the ball is headed by Mason Clark for Peterborough. Peterborough tried to take the ball back. They do it with Harrison Burrows. Burrows now to from Mason Clark. Mason Clark has to get around Iorfa. Iorfa shoving him down to the ground. That was very unnecessary by Dominic Iorfa, and Wednesday have attempted 7 dribbles, completed 2. Peterborough attempted 22, completed only 14. I am not surprised. I am surprised that Iorfa didn't. I'm surprised that Iorfa doesn't. I'm surprised that Iorfa gets a yellow card, but it's a corner to Peterborough, and the ball crossed into the 18-yard box, but deflected, but cleared away by Wednesday, and an offside flag has gone against Peterborough. Somebody was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that will have surely rattled ruffled Peterborough's composure. They are not as clinical and concentrating as they were in the first leg so far, and this could give Sheffield Wednesday more of an edge to close them down. The ball is now being crossed down to, I think that was Frankie Kent. Kent now to Mason Clark. Mason Clark tries again to get around Iorfa. Iorfa holding him and pushing him down. But the referee's saying play on. It's Harrison Burrows to Jack Taylor. Back to Burrows. Burrows now to Mason Clark. Mason Clark passes back down to Ronnie Edwards. Now it's back to Burrows. Mason Clark. A Sheffield Wednesday player has gone down. Moore is shouting for the referee to stop. But to no avail, and now a player's been stopped because the ball went over the line. It's Patterson who went down, and I think he was shoved unnecessarily down by I think it was Norburn or somebody. Patterson is in huge pain. And that was the earlier penalty by Michael Smith. But will it be enough over time? The play has now resumed. The throw to Peterborough to be taken by Harrison Burrows. He threw to Hector Kiprianou. Kiprianou now to Jack Taylor, but the ball is clear. But the ball is deflected out by Wednesday and Liam Palmer. A corner has been given, or is it a lot? No, it's going to be a throw in to Peterborough to be taken by Joe Ward. Ward throws to Jack Taylor. Taylor tries to take the ball, but Wednesday tackle. The ball now being played for by Wednesday to Michael Smith. But but momentarily halted by Wednesday. Now the ball is back with Wednesday. Peterborough take the ball after a poorly timed pass. The ball is still with Peterborough. Burrows back to Burrows. Edwards. Kent looking for someone to pass it to. He passes back towards Edwards. Now Harrison Burrows. Burrows back to Edwards. Lee Gregory was waiting to pounce. The ball now being played forward to Ephron Mason-Clark. Now it's with Johnson Clark Harris. Harrison Burrows. Burrows passes to Mason Clark. Now Ronnie Edwards. Edwards does well to hold on. He manages to pass. He passes to Mason Clark. Now it's Cipriano. Cipriano playing the ball forward to Johnson Clark to I think that's Johnson Clark Harris. But he passes to Jack Taylor. Now it's Joe Ward. Ward crossing, but kept out by Sheffield Wednesday. Superb interception by Dominic Iorfa. Iorfa passes to Patterson. Now back to Iorfa. The ball now passed to Dawson in goal, but intercepted by Peterborough. It wasn't enough to keep Wednesday at bay though. Wednesday almost take the ball back, but Peterborough still managed to hold their lines. Bannon is going after the ball, just stopped by Will Norris. The ball now being played forward to Kwame Poku, but it was stopped by Wednesday. And another foul on a Wednesday player. That must have been by Cipriano, or was it Ward? No, it was Joe Ward, and I think that was on Josh Windass. Did Windass commit another foul earlier? Windass might have fouled Ward, but Cipriano must have fouled in retaliation. And indeed, Hector Cipriano will be given a yellow card. Not what the Cypriot wants at a crucial match like this, and that has given Sheffield Wednesday another free kick. What can Barry Bannon do from this far back? He can kick the ball. He can kick the ball into the 18-yard box, but it goes over the bar. And after just over 16 3/4 minutes, it's still Sheffield Wednesday 1, Peterborough 0. 4-1 is the aggregate score. Peterborough had a chance, and this is the replay of Peterborough's earlier chance. Taylor to Ward, the ball being crossed. The ball was crossed to Johnson Clark Harris, but a defender stood in his way. Peterborough just haven't had as many chances as they did last week. But Peterborough playing the ball forward through Poku, kept out by Dawson. And the Owls take the ball back through Patterson. It's Michael Smith trying to keep hold of the ball, but he loses it to Peterborough. Cipriano to Oliver Norburn. Norburn now to I think that was Harrison Burrows. Burrows now to Will Norris. Now Frankie Kent to Joe Ward, and Ward now crossing the ball to Kwame Poku. Poku trying to hold off Reece James. Poku passes to Cipriano. Cipriano into the 18-yard box, deflected away by Sheffield Wednesday. Cipriano retakes the ball now towards Joe Ward. Ward passes down the wing to Ronnie Edwards. Now Will Norris. Ball cleared forward by Norris, but it goes back to Dawson. 18.5 minutes in. It's 18.5 minutes in. The score is Wednesday 1, Peterborough 0, but Peterborough still lead 4-1 on aggregates. Cipriano with the ball. Cipriano with the ball for Peterborough. He passes up the wing to Joe Ward. Now it's Frankie Kent, Ronnie Edwards passing to Burrows. Peterborough playing the ball well in defence, and Johnson Clark-Harris looked like he was going to take the ball, but I think he stepped on Michael Ihikwe. I'm just going to take another look on my monitor. This was what happened earlier with Kwame Poku. Superb save by Cameron Dawson. A free kick to Wednesday. Dawson plays the ball forward to Michael Smith, I think it was, but Peterborough kicked the ball out. It's Michael Ihikwe for Wednesday. Ihikwe crosses to Michael Smith, but it's deflected away by Peterborough and Joe Ward. Joe Ward, superb deflection. It's a corner it'll be a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. Barry Bannon moves to the corner to take the free kick. Just over 20 minutes played. There is still a long way to go and everything to play for. Bannon takes a few steps back. He runs up, kicks the ball into the 18-yard box. Caught by Wednesday and Ihikwe, although nobody caught the ball sooner, which they should have done. And that has given from Mason Clark the chance he needs to sprint forward for Peterborough. He has to pass to Johnson Clark-Harris or Kwame Poku. He doesn't do that. He goes for a shot, but it's just saved by Cameron Dawson. He should have passed to Poku, and that would have extended the aggregate lead for Posh. But it wasn't to be. Poku to Ward. Now Kiprianu. Peterborough have had 79% possession in the last 10 minutes. The ball given away to Sheffield at Wednesday and Palmer to James. Across now towards Michael Smith. Smith almost gets the ball, but he deflects it away. I think it's gonna go for a throw, and he did really well. He did really well to. That was a smart move. That was a smart move by Michael Smith. Otherwise, that would have been a goal kick. So to send it to the other side was a really nice tactical move. Throw in to Peterborough, and it'll be Ward. It'll be Ward with the throw, but deflected away by James. The ball is now being caught by Lee. Was almost caught by Lee Gregory, but it goes over the line. And the Wednesday fans now starting to stand up and sing. They feel that there is a chance that they can make it too, and they could with this corner by Barry Bannon. The last corner didn't work. Will the second one work this time? The ball goes into the 18-yard box, and it's a quicker reaction by Ihikwe, and the ball goes for a shot, but saved by Will Norris. That might have been by Lee Gregory. I'm not too sure at the moment. Ihikwe with the initial header, but Lee Gregory was in the right place at the right time. He just couldn't finish it off, and the aggregate score is still 4-1 to Peterborough. And Wednesday now have the ball, and Wednesday now once again have the ball with Reece James. James passing back to James passing the ball back down in defence, and the ball is now being given away to Michael Ihikwe, and over the line and over the bar it goes, and that was by Josh Windass, I think. Poor giveaway by Peterborough to Wednesday. Patterson it was that tried to play the ball forward, but that tried to cross to Windass. But again, but again, it wasn't to be. We're just over half. We're a little over half distance now at Hillsborough, and there is still everything to play for. Patterson crossing up the wing to Marvin Johnson. Johnson crosses into the 18-yard box. Is it going to be another chance for Wednesday? It is. And that was again by Michael Smith. We'll have to confirm who it is. We'll have to confirm who it is. I think it was either Smith or Lee Gregory, and that has given Sheffield Wednesday fresh hope. Peterborough have got to be careful that Wednesday just can't run away with it. It was Callum Patterson that scored the goal for the Owls. It was, or was it? No, it was a cross. No, it was a cross in to the 6-yard box, and Gregory was there to poke it in when he needed to. And Ryan F.com says maybe a comeback is on the cards. You could be right, as quite a few of the players are now getting into are now discussing tactics and strategies. Where Peterborough having a bit of a chat amongst themselves. Their style of players really starting to become messy, right? Is really starting to become messy. It could be, and all their hard work in the first leg could be undone. And but after 26 minutes, it is now Sheffield Wednesday 2, Peterborough United 0. But the aggregate score is 4. The aggregate score is now 2-4. Peterborough United to restart the match. Jack Taylor. Will it be Jack Taylor gets ready to kick the ball, and he has to pass quickly, and the referee now get ready to restart the match. The stoppage in play was a long time, to say the least, about a couple of minutes, but play has now been resumed. The ball is being played to Harrison Burrows, but tackled by Michael Smith. Harrison Burrows. It's a throw in to Peterborough. Burrows gets ready to throw, and he does. Throwing to Iorfa. They're going to be giving the ball away to Iorfa. The ball now being crossed up wing to Ward for Peterborough. It's Wednesday with the ball through Josh Windass, or is it Patterson? No, it is Callum Patterson. It was Patterson with the ball for Wednesday. Ball goes over the line for a throw, and it will actually be Patterson to take. It will actually be Patterson to take the throw. I think it was Johnson who had the ball last. Peterborough have got to stop being careless. Throw into Wednesday through Patterson. It's the ball. The ball is now with Reece James. Reece James trying to play the ball forward into the 18-yard box, but stopped by Peterborough. Kwame Poku now trying to go after the ball for Posh, but it goes over the line. And this was what happened. This was what happened earlier on. Patterson did well to cross to Lee Gregory, and Gregory just poked it in when he needed to. Throw into Peterborough. It's Frankie Kent trying to play the ball forward, but trying to cross forward, but it goes over the line again for a throw deflected by Wednesday It'll be a Peterborough throw to be taken by Joe Ward. Ward throws to Kwame Poku. Poku passes back to Ward. Ward has to pass down wing to Frankie Kent. Across by Kent, but it goes as far as Cameron Dawson. None of the Peterborough players were there to retake it. Dawson clears the ball out of goal towards Patterson. Now it's with Michael Ihikwe. Now it's with Palmer. Bannon to Michael Ihikwe. Johnson Clark Harris couldn't get it off him. It's now the ball is with Reece James. James passes back towards Bannon. Bannon now to I think that was Bannon to Marvin Johnson. Johnson throws to Bannon, and Bannon crossing into the 18-yard box. Now to Reece James. So well held by Harrison Burrows. Now Taylor sends the ball now. Taylor sends the ball forward to Cameron Dawson in the Sheffield Wednesday goal. But Dawson clears the ball out towards Callum Patterson. Is this going to be a chance for Wednesday? But the ball deflected out. The ball is now deflected out for a corner. Corner to be taken by Wednesday and Barry Bannon. Wednesday need to convert more goals from corners. They haven't done so far, but they have benefited with other opportunities. Peterborough need to be very quick to react. Bannon kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but again Peterborough reacts by keeping it out. Reece James crossing in towards I think that looked like Michael Smith. Now back towards James. James now to Marvin Johnson. Johnson going for a shot, but saved by Will Norris. Norris gets ready to clear the ball. Norris gets ready to clear the ball out of the goal, and the ball now goes forward to Johnson Clark Harris. Now it's with Mason Clark, but given away back to Wednesday and Barry Bannon. The ball now being played forward to Reece James, but is intercepted by Peterborough. It goes back to and it's passed to Will Norris in goal. Bannon has retaken the ball. James to I think that might have been a Ihikwe, but a well-timed tackle by Peterborough. And Peterborough now playing up front. It's with Ephron Mason Clark. Mason Clark does well to keep hold of the ball. Deflected by Cameron Dawson, and that will be yet another corner for Peterborough United. Ephron Mason Clark was just unlucky. Ephron Mason Clark was just unlucky not to send it in because of the superb save by Cameron Dawson. Joe Ward will take the corner for Peterborough. He takes a few steps back and runs up, kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but it's deflected away by Sheffield Wednesday. It's over the line for a throw. It's over the line for a throw to Peterborough. Posh are just wasting every opportunity they can at the moment. What must be going through Darren Ferguson's mind? He's taking a quick sip of water to calm the emotions as Joe Ward looked like he was going to throw it out for a Peterborough did, but the ball was now given back to Sheffield Wednesday. It's Reece James but Reece James loses the ball to Peterborough. It's Harrison Burrows. Burrows passes to Ronnie Edwards, and now it's Edwards, crossing the ball forward from Mason Clark, almost tackled by Iorfa, but Mason Clark goes down onto the ground. Just over 34 minutes in, it's still Sheffield Wednesday 2, Peterborough United 0. Peterborough lead 4-2 on aggregates. Free kick to Peterborough, and it will be Oliver Norburn, that will take the Oliver Norburn to take the free kick. He passes to Jack Taylor. Now Kipriano crossing the ball to Joe Ward. Ward does well to keep Ward almost kept the ball, but was tackled by Wednesday. Peterborough now have another chance with Kwame Poku, deflected away though by Bannon. Yet Poku managed to regain the ball. Throw into Sheffield Wednesday, and Ward gets ready to throw. Ward gets ready to throw the ball. He throws to Hector Kipriano. Kipriano back to Ward. Now Ward passing down the field to Kent and Norris. Norris now clearing the ball up. Norris now clearing the ball out of goal, but given away to Sheffield Wednesday. Now it goes back to Peterborough and Jack Taylor. Taylor to Norwood. Now it's Kwame Poku. Poku to Ward. Now back to Poku. Poku trying to cross to Ephron Mason Clark, but was Mason Clark offside? He was the only Peterborough player inside the Sheffield Wednesday box, as far as I could see, in the 18-yard box, as far as I could see. Dawson to take the goal kick for Sheffield Wednesday. Michael and the ball is now cleared out of the goal, and is given to and it goes down the wing to it almost went down the wing to Harrison Burrows. Throwing again to Sheffield. Throwing again to Peterborough. Burrows to take the throw. Who will he throw it to? He tries to throw to Johnson. He tries to throw to Johnson Clark Harris, but was held. But it was halted by Iorfa. Now it's another throw in. Another throw in is this time to Sheffield Wednesday. The ball goes to Michael Ihikwe. Reece James now the ball. And it was almost played forward by Marvin Johnson. Retaken by Peterborough. Ward tries to cross the ball forward to Jack Taylor, but well held by Sheffield Wednesday. Most of the action in the last 5 minutes has taken place in the center of the pitch with 50%. And now the ball is back with Peterborough. Harrison Burrows tries to cross to Kwame Poku, but it's not to be. Now it's Callum Patterson. Patterson tries to cross into the 18-yard box, but deflected by Harrison Burrows. You're listening to the Commentary Hub with me, Nicholas Jones, and we're also on the Commentary Hub to JB Sports, Storm FM, and we're also on Twitch. Corner again to Sheffield Wednesday, and it will and standing in the goal area is Marvin Johnson. Bannon a long pass to Patterson, but it doesn't go any further than that, and it will be a throw in to Sheffield Wednesday. A throw in to Liam Palmer. Now passes to Dawson. Dawson trying to clear the ball forward to Michael Smith, but it only goes as far as Barry Bannon. Bannon passes up the wing to Marvin Johnson, and it was almost sent into the 18-yard box. Marvin Johnson. He's been working hard. He's been working so hard tonight, and so has Barry Bannon. It'll be another corner to the Owls, and the ball is now again sent into the 18-yard box, but kept out by the Peterborough United defence. Liam Palmer to try again for Sheffield Wednesday. The ball is now with Dominic Iorfa, caught by Will Norris. And with 5 minutes to go, it still remains Sheffield Wednesday 2, Peterborough United 0. The aggregate result currently is 4-2 to Peterborough. Whoever wins will face either Barnsley or Bolton Wanderers in the Wembley final. Cameron Dawson catches the ball for Sheffield Wednesday. He clears the ball further forward towards Michael Smith. Now it's with Lee Gregory. Gregory loses it to Ronnie Edwards. Now it goes back to Michael Ihikwe to Reece James. Now Johnson back to Bannon. Bannon playing the ball forward. The ball now being crossed to Callum Patterson. The ball somehow stays in, but it's given away to Ephron Mason-Clark for Peterborough. He's trying to cross forward. He's trying to cross to Kwame Poku and almost succeeds in doing so. But the ball I think just went over the line. And that will be a throw in to Peterborough. Yes, indeed it is. Joe Ward to take the throw. He throws to a Jack Taylor. Now back to Ward. Ward now to I think that was Harrison Burrows. But not to be. Now it goes over the line for now it goes over for a throw, and it will be Mason Clark. It will be Mason Clark to take the throw. And what must be going through Darren Ferguson's mind? He's very concerned. And it's from Mason Clark to Harrison Burrows, who crosses into the 18. He tries to cross into the 18-yard box, but it's deflected away. But it's deflected away by Sheffield Wednesday. Dawson, or was it Peterborough? Or was it Peterborough that sent it the wrong way? I have a feeling it was actually Peterborough who sent it. I have a feeling it was Peterborough who sent it the wrong way. Dawson to clear the ball out of the goal. Caught by Harrison Burrows. Burrows tries to play the ball forward to Johnson Clark Harris. Headed up though by Liam Palmer. But retaken by Sheffield Wednesday. And now back to Peterborough. Harrison Burrows to Will Norris, and Norris now playing the ball forward, but given away to Reece James. The ball goes as far as Cameron Dawson. Dawson now to Patterson, but it goes over the line yet again for a throw. Match stats so far: Sheffield Wednesday have had 10 shots, Peterborough 5. 4 have been on target for the Owls though, And Peterborough and Sheffield Wednesday have had 22 touches in the opposite box. Peterborough only 9. Burrows throws, goes to the ball now goes to Ephron Mason-Clark. Now back to Harrison Burrows, but again deflected out by Callum Patterson. It'll be another throw in to Peterborough. Harrison Burrows throws to Jack Taylor. Jack Taylor now passing to Johns to Oliver Norburn. The ball's now currently with Ephron Mason-Clark. Mason-Clark to Frankie Kent, but regained by Sheffield Wednesday. We now have 30 seconds to go, until half time. The game appears to be something of a stalemate. The game appears to be something of a stalemate right now. Neither side have been able to create decent chances. And both of them have so far kept the ball out of play from their goal. Ephron Mason-Clark with the ball now for Peterborough. He could change that. We're now into the 45th minute, and 4 minutes have been added on. The ball goes as far as I think that's Frankie Kent. Kent tries to play the ball forward, but it goes as far as Cameron Dawson. And something has happened which has caught the referee's attention. It's Lee Gregory on Oliver Norburn. Gregory will not, and Gregory lucky not to get a yellow card. So it will be a free kick to Peterborough United, and Will Norris to kick the ball forward, which he does. It goes to. I thought it was going to Ephron Mason-Clark, but it was deflected back by. But it was put back by Sheffield Wednesday, and now it's shot by Joe Ward. Miss it! It just hits the crossbar, and it wasn't. And it was not enough to extend Peterborough's lead. In fact, it was way wide of the post. But Peterborough's chances have been messy and erratic. This has played beautifully into Sheffield Wednesday's hands. We now have just under a minute and a half left of stoppage time, and Josh Windass and Barry Bannon have been really good. Have been really good in trying to play the ball forward, but it's a corner given to Wednesday. Bannon to take the corner, but headed out by Peterborough and Ronnie Edwards. Another corner to Wednesday to be taken by Bannon, and once again he kicks the ball into the 18-yard box. Is it gonna? I thought it was gonna go in, but just saved at the last moment by Will Norris. Nice. It was a header by I think Marvin Johnson, or Michael Smith, but Norris was there to stop him at the last moment. Ball cleared out of goal by Norris towards Mason Clark, but Reece James has been fouled. The referee coming over to talk to Ephron Mason Clark, and Mason Clark is not given a yellow card. He's probably been given a warning. And we are going to go slightly over time in the added on period. Sheffield Wednesday have another chance to score. Ball being played forward by Cameron Dawson, but but halted by Peterborough. It's now Callum Patterson for Wednesday, but he gives the ball away to Peterborough. It's now with Oliver Norburn. Now the ball's being played to Hector Cipriano. Cipriano tried to pass to Jack Taylor, but was fouled. We are going to go at least a minute. We are going to go at least a minute over time, and it's a free kick, and it'll be a free kick to Peterborough United. Oliver Norburn to take the free kick. He passes to Harrison Burrows, and the whistle goes for half time. The tide is slowly turning in towards Sheffield. The tide is slowly turning in Sheffield United's favour. Poez says, "Come on, you Owls." Peterborough have got to be careful. That Sheffield Wednesday don't start. Peterborough have got to be careful that Sheffield United don't start to run away with it and create more chances of their own. Half-time score at Hillsborough: Sheffield Wednesday 2, Peterborough United 0, with the aggregate score being 4-2 to Peterborough currently. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back before the start of the second half. Do please stay with us. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Sheffield Wednesday against Peterborough United in their League One playoff semi-final second leg. Sheffield Wednesday lead Peterborough 2-0, but Peterborough still lead 4-2 on aggregates. And Ryan FC Comms says this is a big second half for both sides. This game is far from over, and it may go the distance. Which may include extra time and penalties. Peterborough have got to really step up a gear, and it looks like they have done by making two substitutes. Dan Butler and Nathan Thompson are being substituted at half-time. I think one of the players coming off was Joe Ward. And Sheffield Wednesday get ready to restart. Get ready to restart the game. And away we go then for the second half of Sheffield Wednesday against Peterborough United. And it's Sheffield Wednesday straight out of the box, but saved by Will Norris. Norris has to clear the ball out. Norris has to clear the ball out for Peterborough United, which he does. He's trying to play it forward to Jack Taylor, but it goes this time to Ephraim Mason-Clark, tackled by Sheffield Wednesday and Michael Ahikwe, but it goes over the line, and will it be a Peterborough throw-in? No, it won't. No, it won't. I stand corrected. It will be a throw-in. It will be a throw-in to Sheffield Wednesday. Thrown by Patterson to Dominic Iorfa. Iorfa crossing the ball forward to Michael Smith, but poorly given away to Peterborough, and it's Butler trying to cross forward to Ephraim Mason-Clark. Ball cleared out by Cameron Dawson. Dawson to Barry Bannon. Now the ball is with I think that's what was with Poku, but Poku was fouled, and I think it's a yellow, and I think someone's going to be given a yellow card. It's Barry Bannon. It's Barry Bannon by the looks of it. Just going to take another look on my monitor. He appeared to step on Mason Clark's foot, and so is given a yellow card. Well deserved in my view. And the ball now played out of goal by Norris towards Peterborough, but they were held firm by Sheffield Wednesday. Peterborough have to create more chances. Norris clears the ball out of goal towards Ephraim Mason-Clark. Now pass to Dan Butler. Back towards Ephraim Mason-Clark, but held by Dominic Iorfa for Sheffield. Held by Dominic Iorfa for Sheffield Wednesday, and Iorfa was protesting about something. I couldn't see what. Anyway, the ball now being played forward towards Sheffield Wednesday and Callum Patterson. It's Callum Patterson with the ball for Wednesday. Back to Michael Smith. Now Patterson again. Patterson trying to cross towards Michael Smith. Deflected, headed up by Bannon. Bannon to Reece James. James now towards Marvin Johnson. Back to James. James trying to cross into the 18-yard box, but it goes over the line. That will be a goal kick, and it'll actually be a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. Bannon will It'll be Bannon to take the corner. Make sure that the ball is perfectly lined up. The ball is just over the corner. He kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, and is it going to go in? No, that was unlucky. That was unlucky by Michael Smith. Michael Smith was a few centimeters too high. Darren Moore can't believe it, but he and the Wednesday fans believe that the Owls can still pull this one off. Bannon to Michael Ahikwe. Now the ball being played forward to Callum Patterson, but the ball is snaffled. Nicked by Will Norris. Norris places the ball on the ground and clears the ball forward to I think he was trying to send it forward to Peterborough United, but it only goes back to his opposite number, Cameron Dawson. Dawson now clearing the ball forward, headed up by Jack Taylor. But it's been given away to Sheffield to Sheffield Wednesday. After the ball goes Michael Smith, but Ronnie Edwards is doing his utmost to hold him off. Michael Smith was not giving up. Credit to him for being persistent. And the ball now going into the Wednesday goal area, and the bicycle kick by Lee Gregory almost resulted in the third goal for Wednesday. But he was unlucky for it not to go in. And the ball is now with Cipriano for Peterborough. The bad tackle gives the ball away to Sheffield Wednesday. It's being played down to Marvin Johnson, but saved again by Lee Norris. How did that ball stay out? It was palmed away at the last minute by Lee Norris. Just caught it with the edge of his fingers. And it will be, and it's now a corner, and it will be a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. As Lee Norris calmly takes his drinks, but a Sheffield Wednesday player has gone down. It's Lee Gregory, but I think it's Lee Gregory by the looks of it. So, yes, indeed, it is. As Cipriano, or is it back as Cipriano tries to play the ball forward towards Barry Bannon, or is it actually Barry Bannon? I think it is Bannon, and yes, indeed, it is Bannon. The Sheffield Wednesday players still very vocal, singing their club's praises, but that could easily have been a Sheffield Wednesday third goal with that amazing bicycle kick by Gregory. Barry Bannon taking a quick swig of some juicy liquid, and it will be a goal kick to Lee Norris for Peterborough. He sends the ball, he clears the ball forward, and it goes as far as from Mason Clark, not for long though. It's cleared out though by Iorfa, given away to Sheffield Wednesday, but Norris is quick to pick the ball up, and it's still after 8.5 minutes of the second half being played, it's still Wednesday 2, Peterborough 0. 4-2 is the aggregate score so far to Peterborough. But that could all change. Michael Smith was going for the ball. Michael Smith was going for the ball, which was held by Ronnie Edwards, and he slide tackled this away for a Peterborough throw. So Posh get ready to throw. Headed up by Sheffield Wednesday. Now it goes to it was almost with Michael Smith, but Peterborough are able to stop. But Peterborough are able to stop that. It's over the line though for a throw, and I think it's Dan Butler with the throw, but over the line it goes, and it will be it's another throw in this time to Peterborough and Dan Butler. Butler throws, and it goes to Ephron Mason Clark, tackled by Peterborough, but it went over the line for a Sheffield. But it went over the line for a Sheffield Wednesday throw. Nice tackle though by Peterborough, and the ball is now currently with Nathan Thompson. Thompson passes to Kent, and Thompson passes to Kent and Edwards. Edwards sending the ball forward to Johnson Clark Harris, but is tackled. Marvin Johnson to throw for Wednesday. He throws to Barry Bannon, but he retakes the ball, and he was blocked by Kwame Poku. Another throw in for Wednesday. The ball now being played back to Marvin Johnson, but again well held by Kwame Poku. Johnson throws to Bannon. Bannon passes back to Johnson. The ball goes around Nathan Thompson, but it's over the crossbar. I think Thompson's obstruction thus forced Johnson to send it where he didn't want it to. And yet again, it's a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. Barry Bannon to take the corner. He kicks the ball into the 18-yard box almost, and that looked like. And I thought for a moment it was going to go in, but Peterborough, I should say, were able to hold firm. And Callum Patterson will take this throw for Sheffield Wednesday. He throws the ball into the 18-yard box, but it's cleared out by Johnson Clark Harris. Clark Harris loses the ball to Callum Patterson. Now it's picked up been picked up again by Peterborough. Over the line over the line it goes again. And that is I think another throw to Peterborough. Nathan Thompson to take the throw, and after 57.5 minutes overall, it's still Wednesday 2, Peterborough 0, with the aggregate score still being 4-2. It's Norburn, I should say, to Ronnie Edwards. Edwards trying to play the ball forward to Kwame Poku, but it goes back to Edwards. Now Kiprianu to a Norburn. Poku now playing the ball forward to Ephron Mason Clark. Mason Clark now has to go around Dominic Iorfa. The ball is being crossed into the 18-yard box, but is halted. But it goes way over the line. Very unlucky for Peterborough not to take advantage of this amazing forward play. Michael Ihikwe to Dominic Iorfa. Now back to Ihikwe. The ball is now with Reece James. Marvin Johnson back to James. James now passes to Michael. James now passes to Callum Patterson. Now back towards Reece James, and that looked like a really good attempt on goal by Callum Patterson. Once again Peterborough do really well to defend their lines. Damage limitation is I think on Peterborough's mind. Bannon kicks the ball into the 18-yard box with this corner, almost headed in by Hickway, but well held by Peterborough. Now the ball is but Wednesday are still desperate to get more goals in as they try to reduce the aggregate deficits. Reece James to Liam Palmer, and the ball almost had Liam Palmer not reacted in the way he did, Wednesday would have taken the ball. But as it stands, Wednesday are still able to keep hold of the ball, but they've given us away to Peterborough. It's Edwards to Kent. Now Cipriano back towards Edwards. Now Kent tries to cross to, I think that was Johnson Clark Harris, but it goes over the line for a Wednesday throw. It's Reece James again to Barry Bannon. Bannon passes to Iorfa. Now across by Iorfa to I think that was Patterson, but given away to Sheffield Wednesday. The ball is now with Oliver Norburn. Norburn passes to Thompson, but it's a throw in yet again. 61 minutes gone. It's still Sheffield Wednesday 2, Peterborough United 0, with the aggregate score being 4-2 to Posh. And Thompson takes the throw in. It's being thrown. It was almost thrown to Poku, but well intercepted by Sheffield Wednesday. The ball's now with Lee Gregory towards Barry Bannon. Now it's being crossed back down to Marvin Johnson. Johnson trying to cross the ball forward to I think that was Josh Windass, but kept out by Peterborough. The Owls are going for another chance. It's Reece James, but headed by Thompson. Now Wednesday still looking for chances, but Peterborough are holding firm. It's Dan Butler. It's Dan Butler now with the ball for Posh. He has to hold off Josh Windass. He passes to Poku now, but intercepted by Palmer for Wednesday. Palmer crossing to Michael Smith. Michael Smith tries to hold on, but loses the ball to Ronnie Edwards. Cleared out of goal though by Will Norris. Headed up by Peterborough. Headed up by Wednesday. Now given away to Johnson. Now given away to Thompson for Peterborough. Back to Cipriano. Now it's Jack Taylor. Taylor passes to Dan Butler, but Butler plays the ball forward to Ephron Mason Clark. Across into the 18-yard box by Mason Clark. Is this a chance for Peterborough? No. Just saved by Cameron Dawson. This is more like the Peterborough we saw in the first leg, but Wednesday are aiming to strike back as soon as they can. Lee Gregory almost had a go with the ball, but it was smothered away. But it was smothered away by Peterborough United. Throw in to be taken by Callum Patterson. He stands behind the line. He stands behind the line to get ready to throw, which he does. throws into the 18-yard box, but kept out, but deflected away though by Peterborough. So it will be, and so it will be another. So it'll be yet another corner. So it'll be yet another corner to the Owls. Barry Bannon to take the corner. To take the corner for Wednesday. Kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but headed out by Johnson, Clark Harris, Reece James to Callum Patterson. Patterson towards Michael Ihekwe, but it's not to be. I say that, but Bannon has managed to regain control of the ball for Wednesday. It was almost played down to Patterson, but nicely intercepted by Peterborough. It's Poku for Posh, but retaken by Sheffield Wednesday. Marvin Johnson crossing the ball to Michael Smith, but it's almost retaken by Sheffield, almost retaken by Peterborough. Well held, and the ball was almost taken by Lee Gregory. Ball now goes out of play for a throw to be taken by Johnson. Johnson with the ball. Johnson passes to Barry Bannon. Bannon now back to Johnson. Johnson back to James. Now Bannon again. Bannon crossing into the 18-yard box, and there's an incident in the 18. There's an incident in the 18-yard box between Ephron Mason-Clark and I think Dominic Iorfa. I'll have to take another look on my monitor to see what happened. It was the initial clearance spot. It was the initial clearance by Norris after that effort by Windass. But the scoreline still remains unaltered. And with some 34 minutes to go, something has got to give. I offer to take the throw in for Sheffield Wednesday. The ball now being thrown towards Barry Bannon, now picked up by Ronnie Edwards. But it's over the line for a throw. It goes to Callum Patterson, I think. Patterson to Liam Palmer. Now the ball has gone to Marvin Johnson. The ball now passes to Barry. He's passed the ball to Barry Bannon. Punched out though by Norris, and the ball has been retaken by Peterborough United and Mason Clark. Butler to Kent, but it goes over the line. Nicely deflected. Nice deflection by Will Norris. Patterson looked like he almost had it. So it'll be a throw in to Wednesday, and there'll be Peterborough and Dan Butler. Peterborough now have two options. They have to hold on for as long as they can, or at least get one more goal in. Sheffield Wednesday, I should say, tries to retake the ball, but it's given away to Peterborough and Poku. Poku passes to Nathan Thompson. Now Nathan Thompson passes to Frankie Kent back to Norris in goal. Norris plays the ball forward to Kwame Poku, but he loses it to Michael Ihekwe. Ihekwe to Cameron Dawson. Dawson tries to clear the ball forward to Michael Smith, but it goes over the line. And it'll be a throw in, and it's a throw in to Peterborough. No, it's Sheffield Wednesday with Callum Patterson. Callum Patterson throws Callum Patterson throws to Michael Ahikwe. Now Cameron Dawson. Dawson tries to clear the ball forward. It goes to Michael Smith. Smith with the ball, but it goes over the line. 69 minutes in. It's still Wednesday. It's still Sheffield Wednesday 2, Peterborough United 0. Peterborough still lead 4-2 on aggregates, and Dejpon Chansiri, the Sheffield Wednesday owner, looking very tense inside the stands. Darren Moore looking very pensive, but almost instantly he's now shouting his instructions from the touch line as Will Norris clears the ball forward for Peterborough, but he's given it away to Sheffield Wednesday. The ball is now with Josh Windass. Windass tries to play the ball forward to Lee Gregory, but it's deflected out by Peterborough, and it will be another Owls throw. Wednesday with the ball to Josh Windass, I think. Now it's with Liam Palmer. Palmer trying to pass to Casey. Palmer trying to pass to James, and Sheffield Wednesday have pulled another goal back. This could go right to the end. Peterborough are fast running out of options. They have to get another goal in. Reece James did really well to send that one in. He was in the right place at the right time. Nice, superb. Lee, I thought it was going to go to Lee Gregory, but the back pass to Reece James was all that was needed to send it in. Nice forward play by Palmer to Reece James, and the Sheffield Wednesday fans are going ballistic, and so too is Darren Moore. And Ryan Fcom says surely not going to be 4-4. It could well be, but Sheffield Wednesday did hold on. For 20 minutes. Did hold on for about 20 minutes in the first half, in the second half, I should say. So Peterborough did hold out for at least 20 minutes in the second half. So they could well do so again. The ball is with Dan Butler. He's trying to play the ball forward. Butler was trying to cross the ball forwards, but it goes over the line, and he's been given a yellow card. That might have been for dissent, as the ball is now with Josh Windass. Windass loses the ball to Peterborough. It's Kiprianu to Butler, but Kiprianu has now gone down, and that was I think a push, by Liam Palmer. Is Kiprianu okay? The Sheffield Wednesday fans don't appear to care right now. They are sensing that their place in the League One playoff final is getting closer and closer with each passing minute. I'm just going to take another look at what happened on my monitor. The ball was neatly played by Liam Palmer to Reece James. But talking of Reece James, he's going to have to take a quick drink. I think he's being checked over by the Sheffield Wednesday physios, and the Peterborough physios are now coming over to have a look at Hector Hector Kyprianou. Difficult to but just as I was about to say more, he gets back up onto his feet. So he appears to appears to be all right. I would not be surprised if we get more minutes added on. That we get more minutes added on in injury. That we get more minutes added on in injury time. 74 minutes have been played, and it's now Sheffield Wednesday 3, Peterborough United 0, with Peterborough now leading the aggregate score by 4 goals to 3. Sheffield Wednesday could yet miraculously pull something out of the bag to make it 5-4, but they have nearly a quarter of an hour to go. But they have nearly a quarter of an hour to go to achieve that free kick to Peterborough, to be taken by Will Norris. But it goes as far as Sheffield Wednesday. Josh Windass to I think Marvin Johnson, but it goes over the line for a Peterborough throw, and it will be Dan Butler. That will take the throw for Posh. Butler gets ready to throw, which he does, and it goes to Jack Taylor, but nicely intercepted by Sheffield Wednesday. Now the ball is with Frankie Kent for Peterborough. He's trying to play the ball forward to Jack Taylor, but nicely intercepted by Reece James. James did really well to intercept that for Peterborough. It's now Lee Gregory, but given away to Peterborough and Norburn, I should say. Nicely headed away though by Reece James for Sheffield Wednesday. It's with Josh Windass currently, but that tackle by Peterborough just didn't work, and it's now Dominic Iorfa with the ball. He passes to I think Michael James. The ball now being crossed into the 18-yard box, but cleared out by Will Norris. With the left, and yet again it's another throw in to Sheffield Wednesday to be thrown out by Callum Patterson. Patterson tries to send the ball over the line, and but it's not. But it isn't to be. Throw in to goal kick to be taken by Peterborough. Goal kick to be taken by Peterborough United. And the ball is cleared out by Will Norris. Sheffield Wednesday retake the ball, but it goes back into the arms of Will Norris. Norris gets ready to clear the ball. I think that was Michael Smith who had the last touch of the ball. The fans, the Sheffield Wednesday fans, despite believing they can take it all the way, they too are now starting to look somewhat nervous. Butler to Edwards. Edwards now playing the ball forward to Ephron Mason Clark. Now the ball is with Kyprianou for Peterborough, but given away to Liam Palmer for Sheffield Wednesday. Palmer is now pelting up the pitch. He gives the ball away though to Peterborough, but it's almost retaken by Wednesday. And Johnson almost had a chance to score. It's now a corner to Sheffield Wednesday. Barry Bannon to take the corner for the Owls, and the referee taking his time to quickly tie his shoelaces before the game can resume. Bannon kicks the ball into the 18-yard box. Is it going to go in? No! saved at the last moment by Will Norris. Dominic Iorfa's efforts would have been awesome, but Norris was able to keep it out when he did. 79 minutes have been played. The ball just goes up. The ball is almost caught. The ball is almost going over the line. In fact, a substitution is about to be made. That looks to me as though Josh Knight is going to come on for Peterborough, and he will take the place of Kwame Poku. Sheffield Wednesday still yet to make any substitutions. So off comes Poku and on comes Knight. Darren Ferguson, what must be going through Darren Ferguson's mind, and as Nathan Thompson gets ready to throw for Wednesday, but it was poorly given away to Reece James. It's Johnson. It's Marvin. It's Nathan Thompson to take the throw again for Peterborough. Thompson to I couldn't see who it was. That might have been Cipriano. In fact, it was James to Michael Ahikwe. Ahikwe headed to another player, but he managed to take the ball back. It's now with Michael Smith. Smith crosses up the wing to Marvin Johnson. It's now Dominic Iorfa. Iorfa passes to Patterson. Now back to Marvin Johnson. Johnson manages to retake the ball. That might have been Palmer who had the ball earlier. Johnson passes to Reece James. And Sheffield, but Peterborough, despite being a goal in front on aggregate, still managing to hold on. But for how much longer? Bannon to Michael Smith, but Smith was brought down. The ball has gone over the line again. It's a throw in to Wednesday to be taken by Reece James. It's now with Bannon again. Bannon crossing into the 18-yard box. The goal is open, and Wednesday didn't take advantage of that. Peterborough were able to just clear it away, but Wednesday are now back. But Wednesday now have another chance. The ball is with Bannon. The ball is with Bannon, I think it is. No, Reece James. James to Marvin Johnson. Now back to Reece James. James had the ball almost taken away from him by Johnson Clark Harris, and the referee now pointing to something. Was a player fouled inside the 18-yard box? It was Josh Windass. That was the free kick by Bannon towards Windass. Will there be another penalty? It doesn't. Will there be another penalty? I don't think. Will there be another penalty? No. So it'll be a goal. So it'll be a free kick to Peterborough. So it'll be a free kick to Peterborough United, or a goal kick, I should say. Norris sending the ball forward out of goal to Johnson Clark Harris, but it goes over the line for a Peterborough United throw. I think a Wednesday player might have deflected it away. It's Nathan Thompson to take the throw for Posh. He throws to Mason Clark, but it's over the line again. It's over the line again for a throw. Thompson throws to Mason Clark, but is intercepted by Wednesday. Now it's Reece James to throw to Dawson. Dawson manages to send the ball forward to Bannon. Now it's Johnson. Johnson poorly given away to Knight now, but it was almost intercepted. But it was almost intercepted by Gregory. Just over 83 and a half minutes in. I mean, gone. It's still Wednesday 3, Peterborough 0. Peterborough still lead by 4. Peterborough still lead 4-3 on aggregates, but time is running out. But time is running out for Peterborough to try and hold on. They know it. Thompson throws to Johnson Clark Harris, but it's intercepted by Iorfa for Wednesday. Now it's been caught again by Peterborough, and Butler was almost sent forward to Ephron Mason Clark, but he was fouled by Iorfa, or should I say tackled by Iorfa. It's over the line. It has gone over the line. It has gone over the line for a Wednesday throw, as Darren Ferguson takes a drink to try and calm him down. Frankie Kent gives the ball away to Sheffield Wednesday. It's now with Mace. It's now with Barry Bannon. Bannon passes to Reece James. James back to Bannon and James again. It's over the line. It will be another throw. It's Barry Bannon crossing into the 18-yard box, but headed out by Frankie Kent. Windass to I think that was Patterson. Yes, indeed it was Patterson. Patterson passes back to Windass. Patterson tries to go after the ball again, but it's been retaken by Dominic Iorfa. Iorfa fouled by Ephron Mason Clark. Now back to Barry Bannon with just under 5 minutes to go. Peterborough now have to hold on Peterborough now have to hold on, but will they bow to? But Sheffield Wednesday are trying all they can to make them bow to the inevitable, as Dominic Iorfa has been fouled. When I say bow to the inevitable, I mean ensure that it goes to it goes to 4-4 after 90 minutes. The Peterborough United fans have been anxious and on edge for quite a lot of this game. In fact, nearly all of it. But they know. But there is still hope for both sides, and Sheffield Wednesday at long last are going to make a substitution. Who is going to come on? I could just about see that it was Will Vaulks. Don't forget. Remember, Will Vaulks started in the first leg. It's Josh Windass for Wednesday. Just about passes to Dominic Iorfa, despite the ball almost being tackled by Taylor. The ball now trying to be played forward by Josh Windass, but sent out by Peterborough. Yellow card has been given to Jack Taylor. I couldn't see the offence he caused. Throw into Peterborough, Wednesday, but kept out by Peterborough very nicely. So it's another throw in, and it'll be another throw in to Sheffield Wednesday. And coming onto the pitch in place of Reece James is Will Vaulks, and Will Vaulks sprints onto the pitch. And it's around about this time that I get to decide who my player of the match, sponsored by Commentary Services, is. Difficult to decide who it is. Although I have a feeling that it is going to be somebody from the home side, given how well they've played tonight. Ball headed out by Frankie Kent. Now it's with Ephron Mason Clark. Mason Clark to Frankie Kent. Now it goes as far as Kiprianu, but intercepted by Sheffield Wednesday. Ball headed up. Ball goes up to the air. Is headed by one of the Peterborough midfielders. Given to Johnson Clark Harris. The ball's given to Johnson Clark Harris. A player has been fouled. I think it's Jack. I can't see who it is. Jack Taylor comes over to have a look at him. Free kick. So it'll be a free kick to Peterborough. And I think he got tangled up with Patterson. It was Oliver Norwood. Norwood got tangled up with. Norwood got tangled up with Michael Smith, I think. It's a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday to be taken by Bannon with almost 1 minute of normal time left to go. Bannon does the dummy. He passes to Michael Hickway. Now it's Bannon again. He crosses the ball into the 18-yard box, but kept out by Peterborough United. Sheffield Wednesday are fast running out of time to equalise, but there could yet be more minutes added on after 90. As I said earlier in commentary, Will Vaulks to take the goal kick for Peterborough United. He kicks the ball forward. Is it going to go to? It's going to go to Ephraim Mason-Clark, but retaken by Sheffield Wednesday. It's now with Liam Palmer. Palmer crossing the ball forward to Dominic Ayor, to Callum Patterson. Now Barry Bannon to Marvin Johnson. Johnson to Lee Gregory. Now passing to Will Vaulks. Now I think it was with Palmer back towards Will Vaulks. We're now into the 90th minute. How many minutes will be added on? 6! And Sheffield Wednesday have to make the most of these 6 minutes. That was a well-timed stop by Will Vaulks, by the way, as what looked like an attempt on goal by Liam Palmer. But I've now decided who my man of the match is, and it will be Barry Bannon, and it's the Sheffield Wednesday captain, Barry Bannon. He has done really well leading his team as captain. He has delivered the corners really well, even though none of the corners have resulted in any goals. But there could yet be a couple more. But there could yet be 1 or 2 minutes added on as a Sheffield Wednesday player has gone down. I think that was Dominic Iorfa. He's being looked at. The Peterborough United fans still trying to show support, still trying to show the travelling Peterborough fans, I should say, still trying to show support to their side. But a substitute, I should say, is now coming on for Peterborough. It's Aidan Flint to come on in place of Dominic Iorfa. There's Darren Moore is saying that Iorfa should be rested ahead of the playoff final should Sheffield Wednesday make it. Norris to take the goal kick for Peterborough, but it goes way over the line, and it'll be another throw into Wednesday to be taken by Johnson. Johnson to Bannon. Now back to Johnson and Bannon. Bannon now passes to Michael Ihekwe now to I think that was Aidan Flint. Now it's with Johnson again. Johnson to Callum Patterson, but headed out by Peterborough United, almost now taken by Ephraim Mason-Clark towards Johnson. Clark Harris. I think passed to Kwame Poku, but it goes over the line. Or was it Kwame Poku? No, it wasn't. It was Nathan Thompson. Bannon to Ihekwe now to Marvin Johnson. Johnson almost tackled by Nathan Thompson, but the ball went astray. Free kick to Sheffield Wednesday, and it will be Marvin Johnson to take the free kick with 3 minutes to go. This could go to extra time. Nicely timed free kick, but caught by Will Norris, and he knew how important a catch like this was. And Darren Ferguson almost chewing his fingernails frantically there. The ball is now back in play, but caught once again by Will Norris. I'm not getting another comment in, and he's saying that it has to, by Ryan F. Commons, he says that has to be it for Sheffield Wednesday. They've done, to me it looks, and I would have to agree with him. They've done all they can, but it just isn't going to be enough for the Owls. Peterborough, despite those 3 goals going against them, they have held on. There is still hope for the Posh, and it goes over the line for another throw to Sheffield Wednesday as Johnson Clark-Harris has gone down. Are the physios going to have to look after him? I think the referee was signaling for the physios to look. Was trying to signal for the physios to look after him, but Clark-Harris was quickly back onto his feet, and the referee was like, you know what, forget it, just carry on playing. As Michael Ihikwe now tries to kick the ball forward towards one of the Sheffield Wednesday forwards, but well held by Peterborough. It's now with Marvin Johnson to Josh Windass. Windass now to Marvin Johnson. Johnson now finds Patterson and saved again by Will Norris. And with 1 minute to go, Peterborough United have just got to hold on in that time. Less than 45 seconds are now left. Norris has to get that ball up. Norris has to get that ball up quickly. Otherwise, more time will be added. He cannot play for time just like that. The ball almost caught by Sheffield Wednesday, but it's been retaken again by Callum Patterson. Now the ball's headed forward to Aidan Flint. Aidan Flint loses the ball to Dan Butler. Now it's with Ronnie Edwards. Less than 10 seconds to go. Sheffield Wednesday's dreams are falling apart right in front of them. We are in fact going to go slightly over time. The referee is surely going to have to blow the whistle. The ball caught once again by Lee Norris. And the last hope for Sheffield Wednesday has gone. All Norris has to do is send the ball out of the goal. He does that. It's getting really tense between the two sides. It's going to be another throw into Wednesday, and it's thrown to Cameron Dawson. Dawson plays the ball forward to Sheffield. Dawson plays the ball forward to Sheffield Wednesday. There is still a small glimmer of hope left for the Owls. I take back what I said, but it isn't to be that time. It's over the line, and a throw to I think that's Liam Palmer. And this time it'll be Aidan Flint, and this time it'll be Aidan Flint, and this time it will be Will Vaults to take the throw for Wednesday in towards the 18-yard box. Peterborough are defending with all their might. It's Marvin Johnson for Sheffield Wednesday. Is this going to be a last-minute goal? It is! It's Liam Palmer right at the death. So we will go to extra time after all. Peterborough held on for as long as they did, but Sheffield Wednesday now have a chance of redemption after their drubbing in the first leg match. Darren Moore applauding his side. And Ryan F. Com says, "No way! I can't believe it either." Darren Ferguson trying to appeal for the goal that Darren Ferguson trying to appeal for. I personally thought Peterborough United were going to just take it, but Johnson superbly assisted, and Aidan Flint just delivered it right into the path of Liam Palmer, and that was it. Sheffield Wednesday will take the game into extra time. And after almost 100 minutes, of competitive action, it is Sheffield Wednesday 4, Peterborough United 0. But what matters is the aggregate score. It's 4-4, and extra time will be played. And for Darren Moore is shout, and I think Darren Moore and the Wednesday fans just want the whistle to go, just so we can get on with extra time. Peterborough look like they don't know what's hit them, and that is the whistle after 90 minutes. Sheffield Wednesday 4, Peterborough United 0. Peterborough United 0. It'll be extra time to cut. Extra time is to come. We're going to take a short break, but join us when we return for what could be a crucial 30 minutes. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of Sheffield Wednesday against Peterborough United in the second leg match of the League One playoff semi-final. We thought it would be all over after 90 minutes, but somehow Sheffield Wednesday have turned things around and we go in for 30 extra minutes. And Ryan F.com says Peterborough are going to want this game over as soon as possible because it has not been a good day for them. Full time, not quite. It says on the scoreboard. So we now have to play 30 extra minutes to decide who will go through to Wembley, and if not, we will have the dreaded penalties. And it will be Sheffield Wednesday to restart. It'll be Sheffield Wednesday to restart the game, and the referee talking to I think that's Josh Windass. Anyway, he walks away, gets ready. Anyway, he walks away and synchronizes his watch, blows the whistle, and we are off for 30 extra minutes at Hillsborough. And it's Cameron Dawson clearing the ball forward, but given away to Peterborough United, and Wednesday are able to take the ball back. I think Peterborough's confidence was shaken. Did start to be shaken after that penalty giveaway in the first half. It's Marvin Johnson for Peterborough. Cross forward to I think that's Michael Smith, but cleared out by Peterborough. Now the ball is with Liam Palmer. Palmer passes to Dominic Iorfa. Now it's with Barry Bannon. Bannon, who is my player of the match. Don't forget. And the ball is now being played down the wing to Michael Ihekwe. Ihekwe to Aidan Flint. Yes, it is indeed Aidan Flint for Sheffield Wednesday. Flint to Dawson. Dawson crossing to I think that was Michael Smith. Now Smith passes down the wing to Marvin Johnson, but the ball goes out of play, deflected by Peterborough. So it will be a Wednesday throw to be taken by Will Vaulks. And Ryan FC.com says the only way that Peterborough will win if this goes to penalties. And Funny Noobs 200 says, Sheffield Wednesday will score. And it looks like they're trying to, and it looks like they'll be trying to with this corner. Deflected away by Peterborough, and Vaulks trying to cross into the 18-yard box, but once again defended by Peterborough. And the ball now goes in again. Saved by Will Norris. I think that was a back heel, by Aidan Flint. I'm just going to make sure it's another look at that again. Aidan Flint was signalling for the ball, but it was actually Michael Smith who had the last touch. And it will be, the ball will be sent out of goal by Will Norris, which it has been. So Norris to Ronnie Edwards. Edwards trying to play the ball forward, but almost kept out by Wednesday. It goes over the line though, so it'll be a throw. So it'll be a throw to Wednesday, and Peterborough are going to, I think, make their fourth substitution. And coming onto the pitch will be Ricky Jade Jones, and he will take the place of Hector Cipriano. And Funny News 200 says, I don't know why I'm here. I support Liverpool, but want to watch this comeback. And off comes Hector Cipriano, and Ricky Jade Jones will take his place. Ricky Jade Jones almost scored the fifth goal for Peterborough in the first leg, but was denied by Cameron Dawson. He will have to step up to the plate this time round. The ball is now being thrown to Aidan Flint. Flint to I think that's Liam Palmer. Yes, indeed it is. Palmer now plays the ball forward to Marvin Johnson. Now it is with Josh Windass. Windass to Marvin Johnson. Marvin Johnson trying to cross to Michael Smith, but headed away by headed away by Frankie Kent. Throw in to be taken by Marvin Johnson. He throws to Liam Palmer. Now back to Johnson. Johnson tries to cross to Smith, but deflected away by Peterborough, and it goes over the line for a Sheffield Wednesday throw. Callum Patterson passes the ball over to Will Vaulks, who clears with the tower. And Ryan F. Comms says, "It's been a great listen, though. Ross Byrne, great comms tonight, Nick." Yeah, thanks. As Will Vaulks throws to Aidan Flint, but given away to Ricky J. Jones. And Ricky J. Jones sends the ball over the line. It's throw into Wednesday and Cameron Dawson. Dawson clears the ball forward to I think that was Will Vaulks, but kept out by Wednesday. It's now Barry Bannon. Bannon passes to Liam Palmer. Palmer now plays the ball forward to Marvin Johnson. Johnson sends the ball over, but it goes back to Ricky J. Jones. And the match stats since the 45th minute: Sheffield Wednesday have had 15 shots, 7 on target, and 34 touches in the opposite box. Peterborough have only had 1 touch in the opposite box. Wednesday on top in terms of possession. Peterborough United were in front earlier on, but Sheffield Wednesday have caught up massively. Throw in taken by Peterborough, almost taken by Wednesday, but repossessed by Peterborough. It's Ronnie Edwards passing to Norburn. Kent now to Josh Knight. Josh Knight to Frankie Kent. Now back to Josh Knight. Knight passes to Jack Taylor. Now the ball is with Butler to Norburn. Now Taylor back to Knight. Knight passes to yes, it is in fact Josh Knight with the ball. He's almost tackled by Bannon, but the ball is nicked by Marvin Johnson. Johnson passes to Bannon. Now the ball goes as far as Cameron Dawson in the goal. 7 minutes gone. It's Sheffield Wednesday 4, Peterborough United 4. The aggregate score is 4-all as a Peterborough player has gone down. That looks like it was. I couldn't see who it was. It was Oliver Norburn that was fouled. So a free kick to Peterborough United. It was Butler passing to Ronnie Edwards. Edwards gives the ball away to Sheffield Wednesday, and it's with and I think that was with Johnson, but tackled by Frankie Kent. Kent to Jack Taylor. Taylor passes down wing to Dan Butler, but Butler is clipped by Michael Smith. Darren Moore can't believe what's happened. He's thinking that Butler should be booked, and to my mind, I think so. I think so too. Wednesday still looking for an opportunity to try and get ahead, but a Peterborough player has been struck in the head. It's Ricky J. Jones, and a yellow card has gone against Michael Hickway. That was a nasty strike into the head of Ricky J. Jones, and he is in considerable pain. He's writhing about on the ground. And the yellow card for Michael Hickway. He deserved that because that did look very nasty. But what do you think? Let me know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Ricky J Jones is able to carry on. Ricky J Jones is able to carry on playing. It's a free kick. It's a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday, and it will be it will be taken by, I think, Jack Taylor, and I think it will be taken by Jack Taylor. Jack Taylor kicks the ball into the 18-yard box, but cleared out by Sheffield Wednesday. It's back towards Jack Taylor. Taylor now passes to Ronnie Edwards. Now back to Taylor. Taylor now with it. Taylor now to Edwards. It's Oliver Norburn. Norburn to Josh Knight. Now it goes to Dan Butler. And I think he was fouled by Palmer, and Grizzly Bears win away. I don't know what I don't know what they were talking about, but whatever you mean by that, Grizzly Bear, whatever you mean by that, Grizzly Bear 993, not 933, I should say. So please elaborate on what that means. As the Peterborough United fans now, the Peterborough United fans have fallen completely silent after just over 10.5 minutes and another Sheffield Wednesday player has gone down. I think it's Marvin Johnson. It is. I think it's Marvin Johnson. Barry Bannon comes over to check on him to see if he's all right. The Sheffield Wednesday physios are conversing with it. The Sheffield Wednesday physios are now conversing with each other, asking if he should be substituted. A substitute player is now standing by, waiting to be substituted. And if my memory is correct, and if my mind is correct, then all players will have been used up as Marvin Johnson makes way for Jaden Brown, and Grizzly Bears oh haha, we're all Wednesday, aren't we? So thanks for clearing that up. With me. Clearly Grizzly Bear 933 is a Sheffield Wednesday supporter. Free kick to Peterborough to be taken by either Josh Knight or Jack Taylor. Taylor passes down wing to Oliver Norburn. Norburn now to Dan Butler. It's Butler passes to Mason Clark. Now Norburn and Clark, Taylor, but well held by Barry Bannon for Sheffield Wednesday. The ball is now with Peterborough, as it's Edwards to Frankie Kent. Kent passes back to Edwards. Now it's with Norburn. Now it's with Oliver Norburn. Norburn passes up to Jack Taylor, but almost tackled by tackled by Brown, who was the substitution. Who was the substitute? I can't remember who tackled it. I can't remember who he tackled, by the way. So a free kick went to Peterborough to be taken by Oliver Norburn. Norburn passes down the wing to Jaden Brown. Brown to Norwood again, or was it Dan Butler? No, it was Dan Butler. Taylor crossing up the field, I should say, to Ricky J Jones. J Jones crossing into the 18-yard box, but held firm by Sheffield Wednesday. Peterborough aren't out of this yet. It's Josh Knight who almost has the ball, but loses it to Sheffield Wednesday, and that was Michael Smith. Michael Smith is furious. But I think it's his own fault. He just pulled Josh Knight on the shirt there, and I think he should be careful with that, because angry outbursts like that will result in a card. And it's a free kick, and it's a free kick to Peterborough. with 1 minute of extra time to go. As everyone inside the 18-yard box gets ready to take the best position they can to defend and attack. As it will be Jack Taylor to take the free kick. He actually sells the dummy. The ball goes into the 18-yard box, and that is the goal that Peterborough United needs. It was Nathan Thompson who had the final touch of the ball. There is still hope for Peterborough United. Darren Ferguson takes a quick drink. Darren Ferguson takes a drink. The fans can't believe it. The ball was played in, I think, by Dan Butler. Yes, indeed, it was Dan Butler, and that was a well-timed header by Nathan Thompson, and it could not have come by Nathan Thompson, and it could not have come at a crucial time, and 2 minutes have been added on for extra time, and Ryan Fcom says, well, this is going to be an entertaining last 15 minutes. I'm glad to see that you're enjoying this as Wednesday now have to get themselves back into it in order to still hold on to their hopes. They have still got as much hope as Peterborough United. Remember, as a Peterborough player has been fouled. I think that was Ephron Mason Clark. Darren Ferguson folding his arms, trying to keep himself composed. The Peterborough United fans still believe that they will be the ones going through to Wembley and not Sheffield Wednesday. And for some of the Sheffield Wednesday fans, it is too much for them to even look up and watch. It's Jack Taylor with the ball for Peterborough, but the ball has gone out of play. I think a Sheffield Wednesday player might have gotten the last touch to it, so it'll be a throw in. So it's a throw to Posh, and any second now it will be the short break for the first period of extra time, and indeed it is a short half-time break beckons, and the score now reads Sheffield Wednesday 4, Peterborough United 1. Though Peterborough lead 5-4 on aggregates. And Ryan Fcom says, I am on the edge of my seat as I imagine Sheffield Wednesday and Peterborough fans are also. You and me both. We are going to take a quick break. So we're going to take a quick break, but we will be back for the start of the second period. Welcome back to our coverage of to our extended coverage of Sheffield Wednesday against Peterborough United in the League One playoff second leg, and we are just about getting ready, and we're just about ready to start the second period of extra time. It'll be Peterborough United to kick us off, and away we go then for what could be a really decisive 15 minutes, and Grizzly Bear 933 says, "What a roller coaster it's been so far. Great commentary so far. Keep it up, mates." Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying this, but I'm as tense as you are. And on the ground is a Peterborough United player. I couldn't see who it is, and a shake of the head by David Webb. I think that was by Brown who fouled, and that was by Jaden Brown who fouled him. I am surprised that Brown was not given a yellow card. Free kick to Peterborough United, and I'm getting confirmation that it was actually an own goal by a Sheffield Wednesday player. So, I personally thought it was a goal by Nathan Thompson. Frankie Kent trying to play the ball forward, but kept out by Wednesday. Now the ball is with Liam Palmer to Cameron Dawson, but kept out of play. And it's now with Taylor for Peterborough. The ball now being played forward to Peterborough, and that was almost an opportunity for Ephron Mason Clark. He was fouled just inside the D ring, so it was no way was it going to be a penalty for Peterborough. Liam Palmer passes to Barry Bannon. Bannon now to Josh Windass. Back towards Barry Bannon. Bannon passes to Liam Palmer. Palmer now to Brown, and it goes over the line for a goal kick. That was the foul by Aidan Flint, who I've just realised committed the foul on Ephron Mason Clark. And a substitution is about to be made. It's Lee Gregory coming off the field, and he will be replaced by Jack Hunt. It was either Brown or Gregory that scored that own goal. That scored that own goal earlier, and it'll be Will Norris to take the goal kick for Sheffield for Peterborough United. Headed up by Will Vaulks. Caught by Ricky J Jones for Peterborough. He tries to play the ball forward, but it's called for offside, and the referee has called a stop, and the referee's called play to a halt for the time being. It'll be Cameron Dawson. It'll be Cameron Dawson to clear the ball away, though. As we tick ever closer to the end of extra time. We have 11 minutes to go. Well defended by Sheffield United. Well defended by Peterborough United from that Sheffield Wednesday attack. A foul in someone has been fouled or tripped inside the 18-yard box. It's Ronnie Edwards. Or was it? Yes, he was. In fact, he was pushed down onto the ground by Michael Smith, but the thing is, he is okay, and it will be a goal kick to Sheffield, and it will be a goal kick to Peterborough United and Lee Norris. Lee Norris has worked Will Norris, I should say, has worked really hard tonight as the Peterborough goalkeeper. He kicks the ball forward to tries to kick the ball forward as far as Mason Clark, but he was fouled by Michael Ihekwe. Ihekwe is on a yellow card, don't forget, and that was on Johnson Clark Harris. Ihekwe lucky to get away with that. If he commits any more moves like that, I fear he will be sent off. And it's a free kick to Peterborough, and a back pass to I think that was Taylor. Taylor crossing to Nathan Thompson. It's Nathan Thompson with the ball, but he's fouled by Liam Moore, by Liam Palmer, I think it was. Nathan Thompson up on his feet. No, it was Brown who fouled him. I think elbows him I think in the back. It's a free kick to Peterborough. And it will be Dan Butler. And it will be Dan Butler to take the free kick. They've got to make this one count, but it's saved by Cameron Dawson. Dawson kicks the ball out of the goal, and it's been given to Barry Bannon for Wednesday. Now Palmer to Brown, and is it going to go in again for Wednesday? Surely not. And it is. It's Callum Patterson, and that has made the score level again. So we could yet go to penalties. Cameron Dawson was there with the ball when he needed it to be, and Wednesday have now equalised the aggregate score. Bannon played the ball to Palmer. It was Brown who managed to cross. Patterson tried to go for it, but it bounced off another player. He took advantage of the rebound, and in it went. Patterson was just as cool as a cucumber, and his left foot has given Sheffield Wednesday a 5-1 lead. But what's more important is that the aggregate score is 5-5 with nearly 7 minutes to go. Peterborough have got to get another goal in because they don't want this game to go to penalties. The ball now being played down to Marvin Johnson for Sheffield Wednesday, but it's a goal, but it's a throw-in, I should say, to Peterborough, and that will be thrown out by I think that was Jack Taylor. But down on the ground goes Aidan Flint. Flint is quickly back up on his feet, and it's a free kick, and there'll be a free kick to Wednesday to be taken by Liam Palmer. Palmer looking for the right place to put the ball, just so he can take the free kick, and he kicks the ball forward into the 18, and he kicks the ball forward into the 18-yard box, but it is held by Peterborough, given away to Wednesday, and Barry Bannon passes to Liam Moore. Liam Moore tries to cross in. Liam Moore tries to look for somewhere to cross, but the ball's capped out by Wednesday. Patterson in towards the 18-yard box again, but it goes past the post. How close was that? And and it is, and it's just not to, but it's just not to be that time. It's just not to be that time for Sheffield Wednesday. And that was they've got to dust themselves down and start. They've got to dust themselves down and start again. They have to. One of them have to score at least once with 5 minutes to go, or else we go to penalties. And this could well be the final and it's actually a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday to be taken by the captain Barry Bannon. The Sheffield Wednesday fans looking very nervous and tense. The ball goes into the 18-yard box, caught by Will Norris, though. Norris rolls the ball out of goal to Josh Knight. Josh Knight crosses the ball to Ricky J. Jones, but it's over the line, and it'll be a throw in, and it'll be another throw in to Wednesday. And the ball cleared out of goal, though, by Cameron Dawson. Now it's with I think that was Callum Patterson, and the ball now crossing to the 18-yard box by Sheffield Wednesday, but caught again by Will Norris. Just under 3.5 minutes left now. It's Sheffield Wednesday 5, Peterborough United 1. Though both sides are 5, though it's 5-5 between both sides on aggregate. It's Ephron Mason-Clark to Butler. Butler crossing the ball forward to Ricky J. Jones, but it just hits the side netting, and Michael Ehekwe, I think has hurt himself. Ricky J. Jones, and that was a foul, and that was a slide tackle, I should say, by Ehekwe on Ricky J. Jones. Corner to Peterborough. They have to make this corner count if they are to reach the playoff final at Wembley. He kicks the ball, goes into the 18-yard box, kept out very well by Sheffield Wednesday. It's Oliver Norburn, but deflected away by Will Vaux. And now the ball has been caught again by Peterborough United. It's now with Knight. Knight tries to cross, but the wind blows the ball back towards him, and the Wednesday player has gone down, but play is still going on. Peterborough currently have the ball. It goes as far as Josh Knight, and the unfortunate player has managed to get himself back up onto his feet. So good news that he's able to carry on playing. Now the ball is with Brown. Brown tries to go through. Brown tries to play the ball forward, but a nice interception by Jack Taylor, and it's Callum Patterson who I think has hurt himself. It looks as though penalties will be getting closer and closer. So Patterson tries to stand up. So Patterson stretching himself, trying to stand up. I think he is going to be able to carry on for the little time that these two have left. Brown crossing into the 18-yard box, but kept out by Peterborough. It's now with Ricky J. Jones. Ricky J. Jones pelting up the pitch, but he is just clipped from behind. He's just clipped from behind, but I think that was Barry Bannon, and a yellow card has been given to one of the Sheffield Wednesday players, and it's Brown, or is it Jack Hunt? It's Jack Hunt who has been. It's Jack Hunt who has been brandished the yellow card. So with 15 seconds, so with under 15 seconds to go, a penalty shootout is inevitable. But Josh Knight wants to ensure that it isn't going to go that way. But the ball just hits the corner flag. We now enter the 30th. We now enter the 30th minute of extra time. And it remains to be seen how many minutes are added on. We will get the answer. We will get the answer very shortly, but first a substitution is going to be made. It's Ephron Mason-Clark to make way for Kabongo Shimanga, and 1 minute has been added on for extra time. So we will go to penalties. And onto the pitch comes Kabongo Shimanga. And the ball now headed away by Nathan Thompson. We're now ticking down towards the first minute. We're now ticking down towards the 1 minute of added on time. It's Will Vaulks crossing the ball forward. So I think that was Michael Smith, but well intercepted by Josh Knight. And Ian Murphy says, "Come on Wednesday," and another player whose name I can't mention, and another commentator whose name I can't mention says, "Come on Wednesday." So quite a lot of Sheffield Wednesday fans in our listening audience tonight, and it will be Will Norris to clear the ball out of goal. We now have 10 seconds to go, but it's all over now. Penalties are on the horizon, and everybody must be feeling very exhausted after all that. So whilst I get everything sorted, and Tony Allen says, "Come on, Posh." So we're going to take a bit of a short break, but we'll come back when it's time for penalties. welcome back to the final stage of our coverage of the commentary ops coverage for Sheffield Wednesday against Peterborough United. So it all comes down to this: a penalty shootout. Neither full time nor extra time could resolve this. So it all comes down to a penalty shootout to decide who goes through to the playoff final. Will it be Sheffield Wednesday, who struggled in the first leg, or will it be Peterborough United, who struggled in this leg, yet managed to keep up with Peterborough for as long as they did? We wait to see who will take the penalty first. We want to see who will take the first penalty. I think it will be Sheffield Wednesday that will take. I have a feeling that it will be Sheffield Wednesday who will take the first penalty kick. There was a coin toss just a moment ago. We wait to see the official confirmation. The referee and the players going through the final pre-penalty formalities. Darren Ferguson in conversation with his management. We wait, and the first to take the penalty will be Michael Smith. Michael Smith for Sheffield Wednesday. Referee, the referee makes sure that the ball is in the correct position. Michael Smith, top scorer. Michael Smith, the top scorer for the Owls in League One. He faces the goalkeeper. He runs up and kicks the ball right in. And Sheffield Wednesday take the first goal in the penalty shootouts. That was brilliant. That was brilliantly taken, and Will Norris was heading the right way, but his hand just couldn't get to it. And now to take the second shot, and now to take the first penalty, I should say, for Peterborough is Johnson Clark Harris. And Cameron Dawson stands behind the goal line. Johnson Clark Harris runs up, and it's straight in for Peterborough, and that's it. And it's 1-1, and he makes it 1-1 in the penalty shootouts. Superbly taken. Dawson went the right way, but the ball went over his head and into the bottom left corner. To take the next penalty kick for Sheffield Wednesday is Will Vaulks. The rest of the players looking understandably nervous. Will Norris has to save this one for Peterborough, but he doesn't, and that is the second goal for Sheffield Wednesday. 2-1. And Darren Moore is still looking very tense and nervous to take the next penalty for Peterborough United is Dan Butler. So far, neither goalkeeper has been able to save a penalty so far this evening. Will that change? It hits the crossbar, and the goal and the score still stays as it is. This could put a huge dent in Peterborough United's hopes. And Butler consoled by his teammate. That looked like a good effort nonetheless. But we now have to wait and see what Sheffield Wednesday will do next. It's Barry Bannon to take the third penalty it's Barry Bannon to take the third penalty for Sheffield Wednesday. The fans looking very tense and nervous in the stands. Bannon has to send this one in to give Sheffield Wednesday a clear lead. He runs up, kicks the ball into the net, and that's it. And that's the third for Wednesday. Come on, he says, and that could well decide the outcome between Wednesday and Peterborough. Again, Darren Moore still looking very thoughtful, collecting his thoughts. And it's Oliver Norburn to take the next goal for for Peterborough United. Darren Ferguson folding his arms, looking just as tense as Moore. He kicks the ball and in it goes. And that is the second goal for Peterborough. Second penalty goal for Peterborough, I should say. So Norburn pegs back the deficit. It's Josh Windass to take the fourth. It's Josh Windass to take the fourth penalty for Sheffield Wednesday. He mustn't miss this one if he wants. He mustn't miss this one as Wednesday are to keep their lead. He does a bit of a jog, runs up and straight in there. It's straight in there. It's 4-2. He knew what he was doing, and in it went. And now it's Kabongo, and now it's Kabongo Chimanga to take the penalty kick for. That's Kabongo Chimanga to take the penalty kick for Peterborough United. He has to stay in contention. He has to score this one to stay in contention. The fans watch expectantly. Kabongo Chimanga steps back. He runs up. He does a bit of a jog. Runs up and kicks the ball, and in it goes. And in it goes. That reduces the deficit. And so it now comes down. And so it now comes down to the fifth. And so now it comes down to the fifth and final. So it now comes down to the fifth and final try. Sheffield Wednesday now have to send this next one in if they are to progress to the Wembley final. They can't miss this one. It's all down to Jack Hunt. Jack Hunt stands behind the ball. He backs away. He runs up and in it goes! Sheffield Wednesday! Sheffield Wednesday are going to Wembley! They have done it! From 4-0 down in the first leg to bringing themselves back into it. I said in commentary the fans would be praying for a miracle, and Sheffield Wednesday have delivered. The Owls will soar to Wembley, where they will face Barnsley or Bolton Wanderers in the League One playoff final. The final score in aggregate was 5-5, but Sheffield Wednesday win it on penalties 5-3, and there's a massive pitch invasion. Down on the ground. The fans want to mix with the players. They're all hugging and mobbing each other. The Sheffield Wednesday owner shaking hands with everybody in the stands, and And all I can say is, wow, we are out of time. We are out of time. Thank you very much for staying with me for just over 3 hours of our coverage. Who could have predicted it would come down? Who could have predicted it would come down to penalties? But Sheffield Wednesday are the first team into the League One playoff final. Who will join them? Will it be Barnsley or Bolton Wanderers? I've been Nicholas Jones. Thank you once again. Thank you very much for staying. Thank you very much for staying with me throughout this time. But before I go, coming up at the weekend, 2 Premier League matches on Saturday. It's Nottingham Forest against Arsenal, with John Stoddard and Russ Vernon. And then on Sunday, Manchester City against Chelsea with Paul James and Russ. Can Manchester City wrap up the title this weekend? Thank you very much. It was a night where Sheffield Wednesday had everything against them in the 4-0 deficit, but they have somehow turned the tide against Peterborough, and they go through to the playoff final. I'm out. I don't know about you, but I'm out of breath. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and have a good weekend. From me, Nicholas Jones, and everybody at the Commentary Hub, good night.